All right, what is going on, Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome back to the KC Sports Report. As always, I'm your host, Michael Darcy, and today I'm going to break down if the Chiefs should extend safety Tyrann Mathieu. So before we get into this video, I'd like to say that if you haven't already, hit that like button, comment, and subscribe for more of the best Chiefs content on YouTube. We're trying to hit 6K by the end of the month, which I think is a lofty goal, but we can hit it, and ultimately 10K by the end of the year. So you guys just do your thing. I appreciate the support as always. You guys are some of the best Chiefs fans on the internet, and I truly believe that. So now let's get into today's video topic, which has been a rumor that has been swirling around the Chiefs Kingdom, and quite honestly, I think it's pretty ridiculous, but basically everybody's been asking me to react to it and talk about it, so I am a student of the kingdom, and I do what they want, so I thought that I would talk about it. So this whole thing started by my boy, actually, Josh Fan, on Twitter. He's at ShowMeFootball. He tweeted out, are we ever going to get a Tyrann Mathieu extension? To which Tyrann Mathieu actually responded on Twitter, probably not. Been here before, all good. Now, a lot of the Chiefs fans, and you know, this kind of happens when anything happens with these players on Twitter, they freaked out. Everybody thought that Tyrann Mathieu was done. He's not going to come back. The Chiefs are just not going to extend him. But let's be honest here. That's not going to happen. I just want to say, first and foremost, he is not going anywhere. And in my opinion, people are overreacting. You know, Tyrann Mathieu is known for going on Twitter and saying a lot of dumb stuff, and he ends up deleting half of what he ends up saying, and he deleted that tweet. Luckily, a lot of the Chiefs Kingdom was able to screenshot it before he deleted it, but I really don't take any stock in this. You know, last year, Chris Jones said the exact same thing. He basically said he was going to leave town, and he got signed like a month later. So I'm really not concerned. You know, Brett Veach has said that he's going to try to extend Tyrann Mathieu. They don't have a timetable quite yet, but they're going to do everything in their power to make sure the leader of their defense doesn't walk in free agency. I mean, guys, have trust in Brett Veach. The dude's the best general manager in football. He's not going to let the captain of the defense, a guy that has basically been a two-time All-Pro, just walk out the door. It's not going to happen. Quite honestly, I'm surprised that you guys are dumb enough to fall for it. Brett Veach has got a plan, and I trust that plan, and it's going to involve Tyrann Mathieu. In my opinion, he's still got, I would say, 2 or 3 great seasons left in him, where he can be a great leader, and not only lead by example, but lead with his mentality. I really think that Tyrann Mathieu will be back in a Chiefs uniform. He's already under contract this year, so we really don't have to worry about it. But whether it happens this offseason, later in June and July, or even next offseason, it's going to happen. I mean, again, I don't know how many different ways I can say it. Tyrann Mathieu's not going anywhere. He's going to be a Kansas City Chief, in my opinion, probably for the rest of his career, but at least for the foreseeable future. I have no doubt in my mind that he will be back in a Chiefs uniform. So, Chiefs Kingdom, what are your thoughts on my opinion of Tyrann Mathieu? I think it's pretty obvious that he's going to stay here. I really don't think that Brett Veach would let this guy go, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. But again, Tyrann Mathieu, like a lot of Chiefs players, get on Twitter and they voice their frustrations, and that's just kind of what they do. And like I keep saying, Tyrann Mathieu deletes most of the stuff that he says on Twitter. So I take no stock into basically whatever he says, because at the end of the day, I just think that, you know, he wants his money, and that's understandable. But just because contract negotiation talks right now are pretty slow doesn't mean that he's not going to get re-signed. I mean, keep in mind, last year when the majority of these big contracts came out of the Chiefs front office, it came in June and July, and even in Travis Kelce's case, I think it came in late July or early August. I know I'm not quite sure, but I remember that deal came very late. So I have no worries. I just think that people need to understand that it's going to take a lot of negotiating to get Tyrann Mathieu to come back, but it's going to happen. I mean, again, I don't know how many different ways I can say it, but Tyrann Mathieu will be back. He's just too valuable to this team and what he offers to let this guy walk. So I just think that it's foolish, but, you know, I thought that it would be a fun topic of conversation to talk about regardless, because, you know, it could potentially get the Chiefs in some hot water, because you're probably going to have to extend Orlando Brown, the left tackle you traded for. He's probably going to get upwards of $20 million a year. Tyreek Hill's going to have to get extended here soon, and Tyrann Mathieu as well. So you're going to have to pay out some big bucks to 3 or 4 big guys, but I just think that Tyrann Mathieu has stated before, he doesn't really care about the money. He just wants to stay in a place that wants him and that he can win. And Kansas City is that place, and that's why I think that he will be in Kansas City for the foreseeable future, and most likely he's going to finish out his career with the Kansas City Chiefs. Thank you for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button, comment, and subscribe for more of the best Chiefs content on YouTube. You can also follow us on Instagram for more of the latest updates on future videos, as well as instant Chiefs news right after it happens. You can also support the channel via the Patreon, as well as buying merchandise from the KC Sports Report store on Teespring. The links to all of those websites will be in the description. You just listened to the KC Sports Report, presented by Michael Darcy.